we got the NIT, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is the most interesting NIT I can recall in a while. Just because I feel like Seton Hall, I guess the Xavier one 2 years ago was interesting a little bit for me, but I think Seton Hall and Indiana State both really feel like they have they've been robbed, and I think that it's fair to assess that. I think it's fair to say that. You look at the way the Big East performed in the NCAA tournament, and you say, "Wait, Seton Hall is one of the only teams that beat UConn this year." You know, like how the fuck are they not in? And then Indiana.
Hold on, the way the Big East performed. I mean, other than UConn, what they had 2 teams make the second round. That's not doing that great.
Well, I mean, they didn't have any
Sweet 16.
Yeah, they all made the Sweet 16, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the thing. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And okay, decent.
But I think I think Seton Hall truly got robbed, and I feel the same way for Indiana State. Indiana State almost went undefeated, like them and App State. I feel like, that's the only. If Sankey really wanted to sell me on expansion, that's the angle. It's like, well, Indiana State. Indiana State is one. So Terry is located in Terre Haute, Indiana, where the movie A Christmas Story takes place, and we're gonna shoot your eye out right here because they got Milk Chamberlain, and that's 1 hour away from Hinkle. I did the Google Maps. Me and CJ Sullivan, 1 hour 14-minute drive away. That you saw. When it was in Terre Haute the past couple games, these NIT games were lit. I think these fans got as CJ said, he said an hour and 15 minutes. When you're in Indiana, everything's like a 20-minute drive. You go to the store. So what is an hour and 15 minutes is nothing. This is going to be a Indiana State crowd. The Utah Utes and Craig Smith come in there. Been a fun story. I actually had Utah in the preseason making the NCAA tournament. They let me down. This is white on white crime.
This is white on
and
white.
I am all over the home team with Milk Chamberlain and Skill Russell. We're going in. I'm laying the 3.5 with the Sycamores. I think is a lock. Now I will say, if you listen to me and CJ's show on Friday on this very show, both these spreads were way shorter, and we said parlay the fuck out of that.
You alerted them prior to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, the lines were out like a week ago, and I was like, these lines are going to skyrocket. Get on over there. It's still bettable though. I think there's still value there. Indiana State wins by double digits, I think, at Hinkle Fieldhouse, which look, I know CJ's upset that they're not at the Garden anymore, but Hinkle is an institution to me. It's something that should be protected like our fucking national parks. I'm okay with this tournament being at classic venues. Hinkle fits that. Indiana State minus 3.5. Lock it up. Mac, what are you doing here?
That's at 3.5. I'm going to take the Utes. I think the Utes are kind of bitter.
Big 12 Mac is here. Big 12 Mac is here.
I forgot about the Utes. The Utes are in the new 4. They got seniors. Carlson. I think they're bitter that they kind of choked down the stretch, and they've kind of looked like a new team in the NIT. I mean, they drilled VCU. I think Iowa dressed that up. They dominated that game. I think the Utes, it's a 1-possession game. So I'm going to take the 3.5 with the points and the Utes. Let's go Utes.
NC Nick, what are you doing here at the place that me and you've been here? We hung out with Thad Mata.
That's right. Fantastic environment for a basketball game. Fantastic. Just the history behind it and how it's basically located in the middle of a neighborhood is fantastic. But I'm treating this as a road game. And Utah's been god awful on the road this year. 2-9 straight up. They only won one Pac-12 game on the road, just a 1-point win at UCLA. So I think Indiana State has all the momentum in the world. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to cover. I'm with you, Dundee. I'll lock it up.
I mean, you gotta be a real biased Big 12 son of a bitch to fade, to come in, fade, and cream Abdul-Jabbar.
This is a triple R.
There's too many white guys on this floor. You gotta take the points with all the white guys.
This is triple
The
R.
backdoor cuts are not gonna be there. They're gonna know what's going on.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
Triple lock. Let's go. Ohio White. I got to give it to him. I did not foresee Georgia making this run with a strong dosage of blue cane. Winning at Ohio State was impressive. Ohio State just can't beat Georgia in any sport, right? This line skyrocketed. This was like 2.5 the other day. It's at 4.5. Shaheen Holloway, Seton Hall. They feel disrespected. Hinkle Fieldhouse. God damn it! If I lived closer, I'd be going to this thing. Georgia's getting 4.5. Look, it's been a fun ride, Georgia, but I think Seton Hall, just like I think Indiana State, they are out to prove the committee wrong, even though the committee has no idea that the NIT is even happening, or that it's in Hinkle Fieldhouse. I still think I'm going to lay it. I will say I wouldn't go much higher. I think it's like a 6-7 point win, but I'm on the Pirates, man. From one Pirate to another. Let's go. Lock up Seton Hall minus the points. And I think it's still worth doing the parlay. Like I said, hope you got it in last week when I advised you to, but still worth doing it. Give me the Seton Hall Pirates minus the points. Mac, what are you doing here in Hinkle?
I think I lean to the Pirates too. I think that they've turned it up another notch defensively. Fucking Georgia, 2 straight road wins at Wake, at Ohio State. I think they hit a wall here. Seton Hall grinds us out. Let's go. Lay the 4.5.
NC Nick, we're back at Hinkle.
Look, I know Seton Hall has been pretty damn impressive the last couple wins, but they haven't left South Orange, New Jersey since the last road game, March 3rd at UConn.
But they do play at Hinkle every year. So if anyone knows the rims,
they won earlier in the season, January 13th at Butler. But I'm taking the points, man. Georgia, I think the more impressive road to get here, considering they beat the Buckeyes and Wake Forest on the road. I'm going to ride that momentum. Georgia not afraid to go on the road here. They cover at least, if not win outright.
The best thing about Georgia is that they didn't turn this thing down. I feel like a lot of in Utah and Georgia deserve and even Seton Hall, because they're considered a power conference. I'm so glad they didn't turn the fucking thing down. It's like,
well, Utah and Georgia aren't traditional basketball schools, so if they turned it down,
the national championship not that long ago.
it was a while ago.
Damn it, I'm old. Doesn't feel that long. But I don't know. I just feel like these teams, you should always play. You're a kid. Go. You're at college. Go play basketball. Go play basketball. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like people giving Zach. You guys see them giving Zach Edey a hard time because he was in Chicago at some bar and some girl brings him home.
Ridiculous.
The fuck. That's the whole point of sports.
Right.
The whole point of fucking being 18 and 20. Like,
I'm not sure that was a bar. That was probably a house party.
Whatever.
No, but they said he was at the report was he was at a bar before. And then he went there after.
Did you see the parade? Like Purdue celebrated like they won the national championship.
Well, I mean, I don't give a shit if this was the first game of the season. All right, like
he's getting laid.
What the hell is wrong? I couldn't believe someone said he's drinking again, and there's the biggest games going on. Fuck you.
Like, he's drinking during the season. Like what?
Yeah. Fuck you.
He's got 5 days to fully recover after this banger.
I can tell you what.
Yeah.
After we beat it was Duke and we beat Florida, Sindarius Thornwell and PJ Dozier, those guys were getting after it. I can tell you that. And they were ready to go the next game. Yeah. Anytime you make a run, Deshaun Butler, West Virginia Final Four, they were getting after it. Yeah.
You're in college.
Kids.
You are supposed to get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's part of the requirements, right? When you go to college
before the game, but
yes.
yeah,
yes,
no doubt.
Enjoy the perks.